Hello. Okay, today we're going to talk about a not so fun thing that's going to happen sometimes to your website. And in that, we're going to talk about your part types. So, to work with your part types on your website, you have to be logged in. As you can see on this demo, you're going to go up here to Structure and down to Taxonomy Manager. When you get into Taxonomy Manager, all your taxonomies will be there. Categories, brands, all of the attributes. So we're going to click on category. This is a clean, tight category tree. You can tell because every one of these are a main parent, and then every time you see a little arrow, that means underneath that main parent is sub children, and underneath that, and it goes on and it goes on and it goes on. There's a lot that goes on in the back end. But let's say that you loaded something from a feed. I'm going to take this site, which we are currently having to help clean up. So you can see in here, this is absolutely not clean anymore. And this is how it's going to look on the front of your website, right? You had stuff come in that was all caps. You have just a mess in here because it had no parent hierarchy, and you didn't take the time because it's a feed to decide what was going in or not. So a couple things that we can do here. All right. So on this one, for example, ball joints, and we'll go back over here and we'll talk about it. Let me move this out of the way. So let's say that you get in, and let's see if this one has any. No, we don't have any hats, not on the demo. But let's say you had hats and caps and all that good stuff. If you get something in here from another feed and you don't want it, so let's say you don't want to sell sills, you're going to click on the name of it, and this is what's going to come up. All right, so what can you do on this one? First of all, this is where you're going to add your meta description, and we'll talk about that much more in depth on another video, but these are important for when you want this to have meta descriptions on it. A couple things we can do. So maybe this said seals all caps, or it said seals and you have something that says seal because it's a plural. You can go in and you can say, when you see this word, map it to something else, right? So axle seals, well, we don't want to do just that because we don't know what's in that category. However, when you have a word, especially like if it's all caps, you want to map it to a different word. Well, why this is important is changing it here and cleaning it up, getting rid of everything, doesn't work if you're getting a feed over, because that feed's going to create it again and again and again and again. So the first time you map something over from someone, let's say you're going to do Coraggio or Turn 14, or you're taking someone's feed, you know that feed's going to be like that. And so you don't absolutely want to have to do that every single time. But you could certainly say, okay, map this to axle seals, or you can simply say disable. When you say disable, you just took that part type off your website. All right. So again, if you went in and you had hats or koozies or some kind of part type, even maybe you say, I don't want to sell axle parts, or you took a brand in and you only wanted certain parts from that brand, certain part types, this is where you would pull those part types that are in your main taxonomy and hit disable, and they will stop. They will not show up on your website. Let's say though that this was not something that was parent child, right? So again, this one, if it's your site should be all arrows right here. So this one here, we're looking at, and we are disabling bandana. We don't want bandanas on our website, and so you're saving the term. And your site reindexes all by itself. It still shows up here. And it still shows up here because what if you decide to change your mind, or you have to still have it here. And again, on ball joints, I mapped this already to axle ball joints. But if you decide to get rid of it, not a problem. Now you've mapped that, but now what? It's not an apparent. So now you can come down here and decide where you want that to be a child of. You want that to be in axle parts. You want it to be in a sub-child, right? As soon as you start typing in here, it starts to go, do you want this? Do you want that? Right? So you want this to be parent-child. So this is your parent term that you want this term to be under. But it's not ever going to show up on your website as this. It's going to show up as this. And yeah, man, that first time you do this, what a freaking nightmare. However, there is no easy answer in this industry, right? People call their stuff different things, and you're going to get stuff sometimes that you go, I just don't even want that part type. Maybe some brands have catalogs or displays, and you don't want that on there. This is where you're going to take care of that. On this one, again, the relationship doesn't have you have a parent, because you're going to decide on the parent, right? And the parent would be one of these or something underneath one of these, right? So you might say this parent is going to be wheels. I'm going to parent this to wheels. Well, you wouldn't do that on tire and wheels, but you decide where you're going to parent it. You're going to clean it up. You're going to get your stuff all tight again. But every time you have a new feed come in, you're going to have to deal with this. So a couple things you can do. If you're going to be manually importing, you're going to take a minute to decide what those part types are. Now you can put them in just like you want to. But if you decide what those part types are, if they're not currently on your website, you're going to make sure that they're all properly capitalized, and then you can import that way. If you had a new part type that you were bringing in and you didn't have it in here yet and you wanted to do this ahead of time, then you can say add this part type, and it's going to ask you for the term. So you could actually add all the part types at once, just line this up, and then come back in here before you load the parts and make sure that they're where they need to be, that their parents are good and that their terms are good. And that way they don't ever show up on the front and you're not frantically going, I got to get this off so the customers don't see it. If you have questions about this, just call one of us. This is a nasty job, right? There is no easy way to fix a blatant import that just had junk everywhere. All right? All right, I hope that helps.